Hello, good people. My name is Sembajo Henry, a co-operator of Opus Dei Catholic Religious Organization. Now, we should pose a question. Why is Jesus Christ called the Redeemer? This one will be met many times in our Christian life. Now, to redeem means to pay back something that has been lost or sold or given away. By sin, man had cast away his birthright of eternal union with God, eternal happiness in heaven. The Son of God made man undertook to purchase that birthright back for us. That's why he's called the Redeemer. That is why his work is called the work of redemption. And just as man's betrayal of himself had been caused by his refusal to give God his love, that is a refusal expressed in an act of disobedience, which is sin. So also Christ's work of redemption was in the form of an act of infinite perfect love expressed in an act of infinite perfect obedience that comprised his work life upon us. Christ's death upon the cross was the climax of this act of obedience. All that went before Calvary and all that followed after was part of his sacrifice too. Whatever God does is of infinite value because he was God. The very least of Christ's suffering was sufficient to satisfy man's sin, sufficient to compensate for man's rejection of God. The least chill suffered by the infant Jesus in Bethlehem's cave was enough to pay all the sins that man could heap upon the other side of the scales. But in the plan of God, that was not enough. God's Son would carry out his act of infinite perfect obedience to the point of completely emptying himself to the point of death on Golgotha or Calvary, which means the place of the skull. Calvary was the peak, the summit of the redemptive act. Nazareth, like Bethlehem, was part of the slope that led to it. By the very fact that Christ's suffering and death were also far beyond the price that really needed to be paid for sin, God has made unforgettably plain to us the twin lessons of sin's infinite evil and God's infinite love for us. Thank you.